Hello, it's Mrs Gaia from Gaia Health Store, and I'm here with the lovely Sarah Williams from Organic Aromatherapy, and we're going to go through another chakra cream today from her Soul Harmony cream. So today the chakra cream is Third Eye or Brow Chakra. We call it Third Eye. Yeah.
Or Ajna.
Oh, and that as well. Yeah.
As well in Sanskrit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hello everyone, and this is the Third Eye cream that we're going to talk about right now, what it does for you. So the third eye connects to your pineal and pituitary gland, which is right in the middle of the brain. So the two hemispheres of the brain connect via a little bridge, which is the bridge between the two, and that connects you to your intuition through this silver thread that connects you up to your own intuitive soul star guidance system. And it's a little area which looks like a pine cone in the brain, right in the middle of the brain, the old brain. And it can get calcified if people use things like mercury and fluoride and nasty things that are sort of stop it from working. But when it's decalcified, which this can help you with apparently, and I didn't know that until a kinesiologist told me about it. But apparently this helps to decalcify the pineal. Now, if you think about a calcified, let's say the element in a kettle, if the element is calcified, then it doesn't heat the water efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got a pineal which is decalcified, or an element in a kettle that's decalcified, then it works very efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is decalcify and polish up the pineal gland in our brains so that we can connect to our intuitively higher self.
Mm-hmm.
and just know. So then you just know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can intuitively be guided to trust your first thought, which is the connection to the solar plexus chakra. So you intuitively know what to do. You trust your first thought, which is your gut instinct, and you can cut all sorts of corners. It connects to, in life. I mean, if you intuitively know what time to leave home, then you miss the traffic and you miss the accident up the road, and you do bump into the lady that you wanted to email later.
This is one of my favourites as well. I think it's the jasmine. Is it jasmine in it?
Yeah.
What's in this one? I know we've skipped a bit. We'll go back to what else it does, but what's the...
This is definitely influenced by... You've got such a good nose,
fresh.
Emma. It's influenced by jasmine, just like the heart cream was. Grapefruit, helichrysum,
What's helichrysum?
Otherwise known as everlasting or immortal.
Oh, yes, I think I know that little flower. Is it little flower?
I expect so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're
I think,
yeah.
Like, I feel like, yeah, I think I do know immortal.
Like jasmine,
yeah. Yes. Well. Yeah.
But helichrysum, yeah. So helichrysum is also known as everlasting and immortal, and it's also connected, this one, to vetiver. And vetiver is a real balancer for the feminine aspect, I find. So it balances the divine masculine, the divine feminine within men and women, and it's very nurturing, but also it's very uplifting, and it connects you, as I said, if you get headaches, if you
migraines and
hearing disorders as well.
Fogginess. Brain fog. Going on about the menopause again. Brain fog. Do you reckon it'd be good?
Yeah, absolutely. Brain fog. So intuitive guidance.
Meditation, obviously.
Yeah. This is the key to meditating. Yeah. If you haven't got a nice clear pineal gland, then you can't meditate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't meditate, then how do you know what's right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't go listening to everything that's going on outside in the world, because you've got to go within, you've got to meditate. And this is a key to meditation, having a clear, balanced pineal gland. So the third eye is very, very important. And people do think that it relates to eyes, but actually it relates more to hearing than it does to the eyes. And actually, there are lots and lots of connections, but it's also connecting to, again, the vagus nerve, which connects to all parts of the body. and is the main nerve, which sits at the back of the neck again.
And important to regulate, because that can affect so many things, like you
Hormones.
said, like down from your head straight down your spine. Well, I don't know if it's on the spine, but it's middle of the body somewhere.
Yeah, totally, you're totally on it. And also, if you connect that with the sacral cream,
My favourite. These are like my two favourites.
Hormones.
Yeah, I'm at that age.
You're not. Way too young. But anyway, that's not necessarily the case, because obviously things like, you know, hormonal issues can step up at any stage.
Yes, they can.
You know, even as children.
Yeah.
You know, you get.
Gosh, especially now with diets and food and all that's going on, it's all over the place with people, isn't it? Women.
Teenagers.
Yeah. And
you know, boys, girls, teenage years. You know, all of that stuff. Anyone who's had a stroppy teenager in the house, or has a, you know, a stroppy male or female at that time of the month, yeah, then they would know all about how powerful hormones are, right?
Yeah.
So if ever there is an issue with your hormones, then I would look at both those two together. So that's the sacral and the third eye.
Perfect.
It's very much to do with hormones, along with, of course, other creams which I also make. So it's not just the chakra balancing creams, but it connects to things like so the liver and the you know, other places that manifest, and the gut as well, because that one is also very connected. When you team up with the solar plexus cream, that is also about hormones and the balance of hormones in the body. So it's about trusting your first thought as well. So I just wanted to bring those few things up. Are there any other things that we need to speak? Oh, the colour is indigo. And it's located, oh yes, the third eye. Where is it located?
Yes.
If you take a measurement to find your third eye from your chin to the tip of your nose, and then you take that measurement up, and where the fingertip touches, there is a slot there. And all the ancient cultures revered this as being one of the most important chakras. So this is your third eye, but there are 3 lenses to your third eye. There is one on the surface, there is one an inch just ahead of you, and there is one in your pineal and pituitary area. And if you use the 3 lenses, then you can focus your third eye like on a camera. Yeah. And really hone in.
And remote viewing. If you're a remote viewer, you want to do that. You don't know if you've seen the film, the man who stared at goats or whatever. Yeah. Men
who stare at goats.
That's the one. There we go. Remote viewing. If you're a remote viewer, get that on. Yes, I know it is. It is indeed. So yeah, and obviously we say put it on your back to your hands. I do rub it on there as well, because I'm just like, I like the smell, and I'm like, let's just.
Well,
I intuitively I just put it on there. Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with your intuition, Emma, because it's spot on. It really is.
But yeah.
You know, intuitively, you know what you're doing. As an aromatherapist, I cannot advocate that you put that onto your face, because I'm not saying that those particular oils are good for the skin of the face, but so many people do. So many do. Exactly. So intuitively, you know what you want to eat, who you want to speak to, who you want to hang out with, and you just trust your intuition. And if you trust your first thought, then nothing goes wrong. You're always right.
And I like the fact, because I didn't realise that I've always had it as like third eye, the seeing, but that like inner knowing, that inner seeing kind of thing. So not literally what you see from the world, like on a, you know, kind of more metaphysical, different reality or what you're seeing. But the ears, I didn't realise that, but I guess it would be. It's all around that area. And it's that saying as well of, what's that saying? That you listen, or you find out more by listening rather than speaking. Oh, not speaking. Well, I don't know.
The one that I'm thinking of is that my husband's a great cook, and he always says that the appetite begins with the presentation, because you know, if the food looks good, then it's gonna whet your appetite.
Yes.
So again, the gut
to life as well.
And to life.
Yeah.
So all of these things, but it's also about the violet flame.
Healing as well. Yeah.
And intuitively bringing through the healing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are so many connections.
Gosh. Yeah, there is. Yeah, the indigo. Yeah.
And you know, indigo, you know, children.
Yes.
And the frequency of indigo, and I always relate lapis lazuli, which is revered
Yeah.
by many ancient cultures as is the
Tutankhamun
third eye.
had it in his doodah. That
did.
looked a bit rude. And he had it in his crown when he was
And it was
buried.
doodah. And
I
they
love
really
lapis lazuli, lapis lazuli. I never know how you say it. It's one of my favourite stones.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's indigo. It's got that lovely thread of gold.
And the gold in it.
Yeah.
Calcium. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I love it.
Well, the Egyptians always revered, in their headdresses. Sometimes they have a little serpent that comes out and just sort of hooks there, which is the outer lens of the third eye.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've got you.
Enables you to sort of trust your first thought and to step into those three, very accurate, really honing in on your third eye, on your intuition, and to just be intuitively guided to be trusted to the right thought. I mean, do you ever use your parking fairies, Emma?
Yes, I do.
And when I was trying to find Gaia, the health food store, the first time, I thought I might get lost because I was not used to driving around that area, and my sat-nav is not always great. It takes me to funny places sometimes, but I literally trusted my intuition, and then I thought, I'm not quite sure where I am because there are no names to this road. And what did I do? I phoned you.
I was like, you're there. You're at the bottom of the street.
Just
you couldn't quite see, and it's at the back. But I was like, you're perfectly where you're meant to be. Just stopped the car and then turned right, and you were there.
Exactly it. And intuitively, that is the point. If you are following your intuition, everything goes right.
It does. Exactly. Empower yourselves. And that's what we do at Gaia Health Store, what Sarah does with the clients that she sees, with the creams that she's made. So I think that's it. Another little mighty pot of joy and love.
Little pots of power.
Bye.
Have a great day.